Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, featuring in Fortnite Lawless at the moment. So let's go in at the top. I'm going to draw the head, sort of the shoulders, the arms sort of coming together in a sort of cross formation. Then the torso and the legs down this way. So if I go up to the top, up here, what I'm going to do is draw an arc for the top of his mask. So I'm going to go from more of a, put a dot there. I'm going to put a curve over this way. So nice, steady curve over like that. Just block that in. There we go. So that's the top of his mask area. I'm going to come down our other side. On the left here first of all. Sort of bring my pen down, sort of fairly straight. And on the right hand side, what I'm going to do is just curve it a bit, just around down this way. There's almost a couple of little curves, almost one here, and almost one sort of coming in here where the face goes. The face is sort of more around this position. Next up, I'm going to draw his mask. So going from this left hand side here, the mask sort of goes down and comes up by the nose area, and back down and up to here. And now I've got that in there, I can bring sort of two diagonal lines and join it up in the middle here. So from the left again, I'm going to sort of come downwards to the chin area, bring it round, come up, and then this little gap here, just come right up to the edge like that. Now I've got that in, what I'm going to do is the eye area. So from this point over here, just do a nice sweeping curve up to the edge and downwards there. Go in there, we are. Now, we've got that gap here where the eyes are. We've got two brows we can draw first of all. Got one that's sort of diagonal here. Just bring it up like that. And on the other side here, sort of coming up the opposite way, just going to come upwards like that. Maybe just pop it in a little bit either side as well, just a little tick like that. Now I've got that in, I'm just going to open up the eyes, put an oval in, maybe a little one underneath, little oval at the top, one underneath there, and then pop in two dots in the middle for his eyes and pupils, okay? Okay, now I've got that, I'm going to work out the neck areas going into the big old sort of shoulder pads. So on the right hand side here, I'm going to come downwards like this. And what I can do then is come sweeping out where the shoulder pad is up to the edge here. Come out right up to here, like that. On this side, from the mask, probably about this area here, we can just bring it around right out to about this position. So really quite far out. Okay, I'm now going to go down to about this point from the edge here. I'm going to curve it inwards to about that point there. And on this side, I'm going to come in, so just curve it downwards like that. I'm going to just add a little arc on this side. Just sort of bring it around like this. And this is where the shoulders will be popping out this way, so you can see sort of a little bit more into that part of the clothing, whereas this side, just a little bit of a lip, an oval arc there. There we are. Now I've got those in, I'm going to pop the big old muscly shoulders in. So from the left, let's go into this area we've just drawn up to about this point. Bring your pen out, nice boulder shoulder, nice curve there. And on this side, we'll do the same thing. We're going to go in probably up to about this point, up to about here, come outwards like that. Nice boulder shoulder, just link up that top bit there. So it's nice and consistent. Now what I can do, start working out the rest of the arms. So they're coming in here, sort of crossing over each other here. So the elbows are about this point. On this side, what that means is I can kind of come down here to at this point, bring it in, And on this side, we've got some triceps, so just gonna kind of just bring my pen out a little bit there. Elbow is probably about this point here, so it's gonna nice diagonal in there and upwards like that. Now, I'm gonna probably continue and finish off this part first, this arm coming up this way. This one's at the front. So what we can do, we just draw a nice swooping little curve around here where the forearm armour goes. Now there's an additional bit that just goes over the top, so it's just a little lip here. And then what we can do is just go to the wrist area here. So I'm gonna bring my pen and along this way to there. And then this way, it sort of goes up this way. It curves in a little bit here and then continues up to the wrist area about that point there. We can cap that off like that. In here, I've got a triangle to draw first of all, so I'm going to come out a little bit either side, and then I'm going to draw a little triangle in one line there and then join it up on the other line for his costume. And around here we've got his hand, so it's a clenched fist. It's going from the left or the sort of upper area. We're going to draw into the thumb area first, so I'm going to bring my pen up around here, around and down. That's all I need to do for the thumb. And then I'm going to do the four fingers clenched round. So I got 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. And just bring that hand in there. Now on this side we can go behind it now. So let's go back over to near the elbow area again. Just going to kind of draw in the edge of this full point. Bring it in a bit. Then there's like overlapping armour, so from the hand area about here, just going to bring it out down here. I'm going to bring my pen out, curve it out again, and we'll just join that up like that. So we've got an outer little bit there. We've actually got a little outer area here, so let's just draw that in there. The arm underneath, or the hand underneath, again we've got a bit of a pointy area, so we're probably going to go to about that point there. Then what I'm going to do is just come in there and then come in this way to the other side. And then I've got another hint of a clenched hand, so from the diagonal point about this little area here, I'm going to come in, draw a little thumb. Then I've got 1, 2 fingers there, and then we've got 1, 2 behind that and inwards there. It's got those crossed clenched fists. Just join up that little gap there. And up here I've got a bicep coming in, so probably from about that point, just a curvy bicep going into or around that costume area. Now I've got that, let's continue the outline. I'm going to pop the torso in. I've got a belt area probably about this point. So I'm going to work from about here. I'm going to work my pen down to here. And on this side, probably from the elbow point, it's going to come downwards like that. Then what I can do is just draw in a belt. It comes up around the torso. So first of all, let's draw a nice curve in. Got curved belt area there. And then what we'll do, we'll come out and we'll come out this side, cap around it and cap around there, like that. And then we'll curve it around and join it up. Around like that, okay? A big old belt area on Sub-Zero. Now his costume area comes down, there's some clothing that sort of comes down in a rectangle down here. Probably comes to about, I think about this area here. So what I'm gonna do is just draw that before I do the legs. Got a line that really comes down from about this point. Curve it in around a bit. It's just a bit of material. And then I think from about this point here, I'm gonna curve it around down to about there. Then just join it up. Now for the legs, I'm gonna do those thighs to the knees first of all. So this side here, I'm going to, from the inner part, draw from about this area here, just bring my pen into where the knee area is, down to about here. And go back up to that belt area, gonna just come down a little bit there. Then I'm gonna draw a nice curve where it's like muscly thigh is, down like that. On this side, I'm going to go in the middle again, go sort of to almost the middle point of this bit of cloth. We'll curve it in like that to the knee. Then from the top, I'm going to just draw a little line in again, and I'm going to come outwards like that and down where the knee area is. Probably just draw a little curve either side of that just to kind of show those knee areas. Then what I'm going to do is curve out where the shin area in the calf is, and there's some armour on the shins. So I think the ankles are about here, so I'm going to attempt to come down to here. So let's take the outer, I'm going to just bring it down a bit and curve out where the calf muscle is and bring it down there. And on this side I'm going to come in a bit, curve out and then inwards there. Just going to cap that off with a little circular like loop. And let's just draw the other one in. So I'm going to bring my pen down here where the shin is. Then I'm going to come to about this point down here. I'm going to curve outwards here and then kind of down to probably about here. Just cap that off. Yeah, probably about to that point. Then let's just get a bit of armour in. So I've got a gap here now. I've got armour coming out from the shin area. So there's the top of it. A little diagonal line there. We'll bring that down to the front. Just leave a little gap there. Come out ever so slightly here. And we'll just join it up like that. On this side, that top part of the armour, probably about here, to about there. And draw that in, let the camera see it. Probably about this point here. And then really that just diagonally loops to the edge there and loops to the edge there. Now I've got those bits in, let's get the feet in. This foot is coming towards the viewer. This one is going off to the left a little bit. I'll start over here. I'm going to draw the foot. The foot's going to come down to about this point. I'm going to draw like a little ankle area in either side. So you've got a little bit that comes out a bit and then widens out where that front foot is. Comes around the front here, widens out again and up. A little bit of the sole on that boot, like that. And then on this side, I'm going to draw down from the back to the heel. And then from the front, I'm going to come downwards, sort of this way, bring your pen down, bring it out, curve it in here and then head to the heel area. Then we'll just draw a couple of little lines there just to show the sole. And that is the basic outline of Sub-Zero. Let's go in and do a little bit more detail to make it look more like a Mortal Kombat figure. So let's go up to the top. A little bit of marking on the mask, I think. Just a little hint sort of around here. Just add a little bit of detail in. Sort of a few little markings up there. Give the impression a bit of a mask on. Probably at the back here, I might just fill a little bit of this black, maybe just a bit of cross hatching there, that darker area. Then I might just loop around that mask area, around like that. Okay, next up, let's look at this tunic. So we've got it capped to the edges here, so I'm gonna just draw a little band on the edge there, and a band on the edge there. Let's fill in these end cap bits here and here. And then this tunic sort of comes down the middle here. So there's a definite split in the line about here, it just comes down this way. Just gonna draw in another line there. And on this side, it probably comes in about this point. And draw a line in there and a line there. That will continue down to the tunic area, actually the bottom here. So I'm gonna just continue this line, maybe on this side first of all. Just bring it down like that, and there. And on this side, I'm gonna come down one there, and one here. And then this will continue at the bottom of this tunic here actually. So I'm just gonna bring my pen down, along and up like that. There's a little blue chip going on here, so I'm gonna just draw a line there. And actually this line goes along to the edge. I'm just going to draw a little chip in there, and I'm going to colour these bits in black. And then this middle bit, there's like a pack on the top, little sort of rectangles or squares, so I'm going to just sort of draw in into that there, maybe just pipe it. And on this side, I'm going to come out downwards that way, come outwards and around there, and then it continues along this point here, so just come down this way, just give a hint of that, maybe just a hint of that going in here, a little bit of detail is all we need. Okay, the arm area, these little triangular bits actually are a little bit more sort of filled in, so I'm just going to fill those edges a little bit, just make them pop a little bit. And then there's a little bit of detail on these pointers here, so maybe just fill that piece in there. Maybe just leave a little gap there, but fill the rest of that in here. And then I can draw from that point there, down here and up, just sort of fill in a little bit along there. On this side, it's going to come outwards, up like that. Just sort of fill it in, leave a little gap in the middle, just a little gap for the detail. And then what we can do is we'll draw in the middle of the area here where it crosses, we'll come around and up like that. And we'll draw a little triangular element in there. It's almost like a little bit behind that. Maybe I'll just fill this bit in here and just add a little bit of cross-hatching there. And on this side, it comes up from the middle again, it sort of comes downwards here and up. Again, there's a little triangular element and a little bit going on here. And again, I can probably just fill in a little bit more, maybe just cross-hatch here, just fill in the darker areas. A little bit of muscle here, so I'm just gonna sort of give an impression of ripply muscles. A bit in there as well. All around here, so I'll show those tricep areas off. And then there's also like a little band around the neck, so I'm just going to draw a couple of little swoops. What I might do is draw, when I come to colour it, it's just colour it in a little bit darker. Around the belt area, this pack sort of comes out. I'm just going to draw 2 lines there, and then I'm just going to draw 2 wider top lines around it, and then I'm going to just sort of band it, so just bring my pen around, just fill in some little lines like that. That's a nice bit of detail to the character. Another little line in here, just a couple of little lines like that. And then there's a little bit of marking going on the leg. Kind of comes down this way here, sort of comes outwards and then loops up, down like that. Let's just pipe that as well. Adds a massive amount of difference to the detail when we pipe it. On this side, you can really only see just a portion of it, so I'm just going to do 2 little curves like that. The legs I'll probably colour in a little bit differently later, sort of just darker, but what I could do is just sort of give a hint that it's quite dark in the central point there. And probably just down here, just adds a nice little bit of contrast. There's quite a lot going on at the top. Then as we get to the armour at the bottom, I see there's a little looping element that comes around here and a few little bands around it. Again, these little curvy bands are quite nice. Just give a hint of that on this side. And there's another few just at the bottom here. So I'll draw a few little lines in like that. Then when it comes to the armour, this side it's almost like a little V coming down inside from the top. Just going to kind of draw a little darkened V. And then I'm going to draw a straight line there, and I'm just going to come down either side of that. Just a little bit of markings. Then, as it goes square to diagonal, I'm just going to sort of draw in a little line along there. And I think that's all I really need to do on that side. Might just draw a hint that's a bit darker. Just on the heel. Just a little bit of cross-hatching there. Maybe there's a bit on the back of their leg at this point. And then on this side, I've got that V again, so I'm going to come down from the top to about this point. A nice little V area. Like that. And then I'm going to go down from the top, these top bar bits at the top here, just come down so it shows it's kind of like armour. And then we have the same thing as over here, so it kind of just comes up, straight line and down, just a hint that that's going on. And again, maybe we just need a little bit of hatching going on there. That's it, around those points. Cool. Okay, maybe just a bit of hatching going on here just to show the darkness shadow around here. And then what I might do is just pop around the edges, just make my Sub-Zero character just pop that little bit around the edges. It's quite a powerful character, and you see, you start adding these extra little lines in. Give it a bit around the bicep, maybe just a hint around the hands. Come down here, just gives a more powerful and confident line. Maybe these lower bits can just fill those in. There we go, just adds that extra dimension, I think. Just make these lines a little bit more powerful as well. I think I'll leave it at that, go and colour it in. So there we go, that is Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, but also Fortnite Lawless now. Let me know what you think in the comments, let me know who else to draw, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, bye for now.